We all hear about how AI is changing the way we work, right? But, the real puzzle isn't just about making smarter AI. It's about getting humans and AI to actually team up and work together, effectively. And in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the blueprint for doing exactly that.
So, let's just get right to the big question. How in the world do you build a team of humans and AI that genuinely works? Not just a team where AI is a glorified calculator, but a real collaborative unit. This is, without a doubt, one of the biggest hurdles facing pretty much everyone in tech and business right now.
Well, the answer isn't to just keep winging it. The answer lies in having a solid blueprint. And that's what this is, the Meta-AI Playbook. It's a structured, step-by-step framework designed to build what's called collaborative intelligence.
All right, so let's dive in. The playbook is broken down into 5 clear phases. Just think of this as our roadmap, the journey we're going to take from a basic idea all the way to a finished, high-quality product. So, let's start where you always should, at the very beginning, with Phase 1.
Phase 1 is all about, you guessed it, laying the foundation. I mean, you can't build a skyscraper on sand, right? Before you do anything else, you absolutely have to set up the core structure. And, this is so important, the ethical rules of the road that will guide the entire project.
So the goal here is to establish the bedrock. This kicks off with 2 really critical roles. You've got the Meta-AI architect, who's basically designing the entire system, and the ethicist, who's there to make sure everything's being done responsibly. Their first big jobs? Define who's doing what, map out the high-level tasks, and build those ethical guardrails in from day 1.
Okay, so the foundation is solid. What's next? Well, now you have to figure out how everyone, and I mean both the humans and the AIs, is actually going to talk to each other. That brings us right into Phase 2, collaboration. This is all about designing the language and the rules of the game.
The goal here is pretty simple. Set up really strong communication channels. You've got the communication architect who lays down the rules for how information flows, and the collaboration facilitator who's kind of like the guide, helping the team make decisions together. This is where you really create that shared language for the whole project.
And this phase introduces a really smart, practical little tool called a placeholder. You can think of it like a digital flag. Whenever someone drops a marker, like pipe, ... into a conversation, it's a super clear signal to everyone else that says, hey, I need your input here, or we got to make a group call on this one. It's such a simple way to make sure nobody's off working in their own little bubble.
So the human team is now communicating like a well-oiled machine. It's time for Phase 3, enabling the agents. This is where we pivot and focus squarely on our AI teammates. We've got to figure out how to give them the absolute best instructions so they can be genuinely effective partners.
The whole goal is to properly equip the AI agents. And the hero of this phase? The AI prompt engineer. Their entire job is to tweak and refine the instructions, the prompts, that we give to the AI, making sure it really understands what's being asked of it. And at the same time, you have natural language processing specialists translating our everyday language into the structured formats the system can understand.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. Getting the best performance out of an AI is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. No way. It's an active, ongoing cycle led by humans. You test it, you see what you get, you refine the instructions, and you do it all over again to make it better.
This brings us to Phase 4. And this is where the system really starts to come alive. It's called adapting in real time. Because let's be honest, any plan that can't change is a plan that's doomed to fail. This phase is all about building a system that can watch itself and evolve as it goes.
So here you have the operations manager keeping the day-to-day work flowing, while the adaptive planner is keeping an eye on the feedback and tweaking the plan on the fly. The main activities are managing these work cycles, checking the system's vital signs, and, this is the really cool part, adapting roles as needed.
And this is the real secret sauce. The ability to adapt roles dynamically. That's what separates a simple workflow from a truly intelligent and collaborative system. It means the team can literally reshape itself in real time to tackle new challenges as they pop up.
So why is this such a game changer? Well, first off, it means the team can react to changing tasks almost instantly. Second, it's constantly fine-tuning itself for the best possible performance. And maybe the biggest thing, it lets the system make adjustments based on what's happening right now, not based on some plan you made last week that's already out of date.
And that brings us to the home stretch. Phase 5, ensuring quality output. This is the finish line.
where all the individual bits and pieces of work finally come together to create the final, polished product.
The main goal is to integrate everything. The integrator and QA lead really steps up here, pulling together all the different parts and running them through some serious quality checks. This is also where the final outputs get made. Things like visual storyboards that explain the concepts, or even the exact system commands you need to make the whole thing run.
So, we've walked through all 5 phases. You might be thinking, okay, that's a lot of structure. What's the actual payoff? Well, let's boil it down and look at the core benefits you get when you follow the Meta-AI Playbook.
When you get right down to it, it delivers 3 huge wins. First, you get transparency. Everyone on the team knows exactly what their role is and what the rules are. Second, you get efficiency. No more wasted time trying to figure out what to do next. And finally, you get adaptability. The system isn't rigid. It's built from the ground up to be flexible and to evolve. In the end, this is so much more than just a fancy project management plan. It's really about laying the groundwork for the entire next generation of how humans and AI are going to work side by side.
So there you have it, a clear, actionable blueprint for building the future of collaboration. The plan is right here. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?